Hey, what's up there? This is Neil Dynasty coming to you with some cool fiction. Don't take this as financial advice whatsoever. Or you can. I'd suggest you do your own research, though. This is Neil Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. And let's get on with the show. All right, Nanonuclear Energy. It's an American company, new technology, just coming out in the new technological revolution that we're coming into. What's that mean? I don't know. Yeah, I do. Okay. Nanonuclear Energy assembles first Zeus advanced portable microreactor hardware for initial testing. Sounds like new tech. It's the only thing that's coming out. Nothing else is coming out from America new. We're too screwed up. Keep thinking that. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. New York, March 25th. Global News Wire. Nanonuclear Energy, Inc., NASDAQ's stock ticker symbol of NNE, Nanonuclear Energy, or the company is a leading advanced nuclear energy and technology company focused on developing clean energy solutions. Today announced that it has assembled the first reactor core in core hardware of its Zeus microreactor for initial non-nuclear testing. Zeus solid core battery reactor is being developed by Nanonuclear as a part of the next generation, new tech, next generation. It's kind of like the airplanes coming out. You have these little prop planes in World War II. Now we have these faster than light speed jets. Nah, they're not faster than light speed, but they're close. Not even close, actually. So they're now called Gen 6 warfighters. Okay, so this is the next generation, new tech. Zeus is a solid core battery is being developed by Nanonuclear as part of the next generation of portable, on-demand, capable, advanced nuclear microreactors to provide clean, scalable power for data centers. What's up, all-nighter? For data centers in remote locations, industry sites, military operations, and disaster relief scenarios. Sounds like they're going to be very useful for bringing power to places that we don't have power now. New development of industry. Let's see. The successful validation of the reactor core through scale testing will position Nanonuclear to advance toward full prototype construction and licensing efforts in the coming years. The symbol hardware consists of 1 to 2 scale block previously engineered to represent a fuel element of the Zeus microreactor core. This milestone represents a major advancement in Nanonuclear's continued development of its primary microreactor technology. The initial testing phase will focus on the assessment of the thermomechanical performance of the block under anticipated prototypical conditions for the Zeus. There's some shit coming out of Africa all nighter you might want to keep your eye on. I'll do a story in the next couple of weeks on this stuff coming out of Africa that you might be interested in. These results will be crucial for verifying engineering plans, refining physics models, and optimizing Zeus core heating management systems. That's what the core looks like. It looks like it has, let's see, what is it? 3, 7, 14, 19 little rods. Those little rods right there. They're nuclear fuel cells. It only has 19, real small. Actually, this whole thing's probably as big as 1.5 of the larger size nuclear fuel rods. Anyhow, we are very excited to have completed the first Zeus reactor core block for non-nuclear testing, said Professor Peter Hosemann, head of the nuclear reactor design and materials of Nanonuclear. This very precise component will be heated conventionally using linear heaters as a fuel rod surrogates as fuel rod surrogates. The test will be used to verify temperature distribution, to investigate fit tolerances, and confirm that the benchmark models are paving the way for larger subcore assembly. So what they're doing right now is they're getting everything together, working in Idaho with the nuclear regulatory agencies to fast track this. That's why I say right now, nanonuclear is like 22, 24 NNE. A couple of weeks ago, about a month or so ago, it jumped up to 45. That's because this information got out, but it came out early and then it came back down. So you can anticipate nanonuclear to go at least up to double in the next couple of weeks. The lack of an in-core fluid in our Zeus design not only simplifies greatly the design, but also enables rapid prototyping and non-nuclear testing. That's the regulatory part. You got to have all the tests, and in the bigger models, you have to have nuclear cores in there to test them. This model, you don't. So you can do all the work, guarantee all the safety measures, then enable it to work. Perfect system. It's beautiful. America's great with all our new technology coming out. Let's see. We are expecting to iterate quickly through the progressively large-scale test steps to full core. Let's see here. Nanonuclear Energy team is preparing to mount insulation fixtures and instrumentation to create a single block demonstration unit. Wow, these guys are using words that fuck me up. Hey, what's up, Hunter? Where am I at here? Fully functional core demonstrator pros. In the next phase, the team will integrate cabling, sensors, and additional structures components to build a fully instrumental demo unit. This will enable the team to gather essential data on heat transfer materials, performance, and overall reactor safety margins, facilitating real-world evaluations for the Zeus reactor thermal and structural performance, and ensure that the designs meet expectations before full-scale assembly. Achieving the hardware milestone represents a major step forward in our Zeus micro reactor program, said James Walker, Executive Officer of the Nanonuclear. This testing will provide our team with the key thermal and mechanical insights we need to fine-tune the core design before full-scale fabrication and regulatory engagement. Nanonuclear Energy is an advanced nuclear technology-driven nuclear energy company seeking to become a commercially focused, diversified, and vertically integrated. Wow, these guys use some big consecutive terms here. Integrated companies across 5 business lines. That's why they're using big words. They're going to cover 5 business lines. Cutting edge portable and other micro technologies, nuclear fuel fabrication, nuclear transportation, nuclear application for space, and nuclear industry consulting services. Okay, let's go through this again. Okay, it says company, okay, let's go back up here. Becoming a commercially focused, diversified, and vertically integrated company across 5 business lines. So Nanonuclear Energy is actually getting into 5 businesses, one of them being the cutting edge portable and other microreactor technologies. The second one is nuclear fuel fabrication. What's up, Chad? Third one is nuclear substance transportation. So they're going to get in the transportation business as well. And nuclear applications for space. So they're going to be competing with Rolls-Royce. That England signed a contract with Rolls-Royce several years ago to have a, what's up, Neural? To have a small modular reactor produced by 2030 to be delivered by 2030 for a moon base that I guess England's going to be doing. It sounds like the number 4 business that Nanonuclear is getting into is the nuclear application for space. And then the 5th business is the consulting service, probably for Rolls-Royce in England. So Nanonuclear looks like they are leading the way of the micro and small modular reactor business. That's why I brought you this report. Led by world-class engineer team, nanonuclear reactors products in development include Kronos MMR Energy Systems, a stationary high-temperature gas-cooled reactor that is in construction, permit applications, engagement, USN Nuclear Regulatory Commissions in collaboration with the University of Illinois' Urban Campaign. Zeus is portable solid core battery reactor. Odin, another project they're working on, is a portable low pressure coolant reactor and the space focused portable one. And then Loki MMR, each represents advances, developments, and clean energy solutions that are portable, on demand, capable. So they're looking to get into several different sectors of this new and upcoming, what's up, Chad? New and upcoming industry of nuclear that's going to be around the world, and they're going to be leading the industry. That's why I say they will probably be like Tesla. They're at 20 some bucks right now, 22, 23 bucks right now. A couple of years, they're probably going to be in the 400 or 500s per share. This is not financial advice. Advanced Fuel Transportation, Inc., a nanonuclear subsidiary, is led by former executives of the largest transportation company in the world, aiming to build North America transportation companies that will provide commercial quantities of HALO fuel to small modular reactors companies, national laboratories, and military and DoD programs. They look to be the gas station for nuclear energy of the future, micro and small modular reactor fuel. Though through Nano Nuclear, AFT is the executive license of a patented high-capacity HALEU, HALEU, HALEU fuel transportation basket developed by three major national nuclear laboratories, by U.S. national nuclear laboratories, funded in the Department of Energy. Assuming development of the commercialization, ATF is expected to form part of the only vertically integrated nuclear fuel-based business of its kind in North America. So they're leading the way, and we haven't even gotten into nuclear energy yet, and these guys are setting up to be world leaders. HALEU, however you guys would pronounce that word right there. HALEU, what is that? HALEU, however you pronounce that word. Energy fuel, HEF is top. This is the ticker for the second or fifth business based off of NNE. Nanonuclear subsidiary is focused on future development of domestic source of a high assay, low enriched uranium. Oh, that's what it is. high assay, low enriched uranium, HALEU. Okay. Fabrication pipeline for Nanonuclear's own microreactors, as well as broader advanced nuclear reactors industry. Wow, this shit's getting interesting, guys. Nanonuclear space. Nanonuclear subsidiary is exploring the potential of commercial applications of nanonuclear, developing micronuclear reactor technologies in space. NNS, is that talker's stock ticker number or acronym? NNS is focusing on applications such as Loki, the MMR, micro modular reactor system, and other power systems for extraterrestrial projects and human sustaining environments, and potentially propulsion technology for long-haul space missions. NNS is initial focus will be on its cislunar application, referring to users in the space region extending from Earth to areas surrounding the moon's surface. Now we're getting some serious shit that I was talking about 3 years ago, space technology. And it looks like NNE is getting into it. Let's see, cautionary note. The news-related statement of nanonuclear management in connection with the news release contained or may contain forward-looking statements within the meaning of this Section 21E and Securities and Exchange Act of 1934 as amended, the Private Securities Legislation Reform Act of 1995. In this context, forward-looking statements mean that the statement related to future events which may impact our expected future business or financial performance, and often contains words such as expected or anticipated, intends, plans, believes, potential, will, should, could, would, or may, and other words of similar use, of a similar meaning. In this press release, forward-looking statements include those related to the timing for and result of the Zeus testing described herein, as well as all overall timing and application steps for Zeus's development. So now they're throwing out the disclaimers as to what they mean by the future space tech. And boy, is it long. I'm not going to read it all to you. It goes, wow, it's long. This is the disclaimer right here. Let me get up to the top again. There it is. Starts there and it goes. And I'm not going to read that all to you, but basically that whole thing is the disclaimer as to the forward-looking aspect of micronuclear reacting, and it ends right here. So basically, Nanonuclear Energy has 5 subsidiary companies that are working in 5 different areas of the potential use, development, and business models for different sectors of future use cases of nuclear energy. Wow, are they freaking leading the pack? I've not heard another company out there that's doing that. Let's see, I'm going to catch up with chats now. Sorry, guys, I had to read off of my phone, kind of like Ninja does. You can't look at chats. I love to have nanonuclear solar panels. Chad, interesting. Actually, now there is some new solar panels coming out that are using copper over silver. It's not photovoltaic. I did a video on it. It's not photovoltaic. It's another one, centovoltaic or something. It's a new type of solar they're looking at, and in the combination of using the new solar cells that are not photovoltaic but some other type of voltaic cell, they can use copper. And I did a story where one company came up with this new type of photocell, and they were using copper, and they got a 25.9% return on energy, and silver component ones, the highest they got was a 23.9% efficiency rating. So in this new type of not photovoltaic cell of solar panel, copper looks to be, if all the experiments they're doing on this one new solid of non-photovoltaic cells, it looks like copper can replace silver and be a better conductor in the scenario of the use of this other type of solar system that they have out now. So you guys might want to check into that and go look at my videos. I might have given a name of the company. Also, there's this guy in South Africa or Southern Africa. I'm not exact. I think he's in. I'm not sure what country he's in. He's actually had a couple people try and kill him already because he has a supposedly not validated. I've been trying to get more validation on it, but he has a supposed system of energy creation that's new and unheard of. What's up, Gerald? I'm still looking into it. I'm trying to get on. And there's this other guy talking about free energy coming from radio waves. And if that's possible, then by God, there's radio waves all over the place. We'll be able to get free energy from that. But look into these other, but there's this one cat. I think it's Mac. Hey, leave that alone. Maxwell something. I'm not sure his actual name. Like I said, I'm still looking at him, but he said he has this free energy system. He's got to component in a smaller form to do a car, to do a house, or to do a small building. A couple people have supposedly tried to assassinate the kid, but I've not got any real information out on that, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But there are other fuel systems that are coming out other than the nuclear, safer nuclear. There are, keep your Maxwell. That's it. Yeah, Maxwell. I knew his name was something like that. There are going to be newer technologies coming out. We are in an actual technological, being part of a technological revolution. The story I just read to you from Nanonuclear Energy is proof of that. They have 5 new companies that are going to be in America. Then they're regulating now because there's companies, this industry does not exist. The transportation of the nuclear fuel cells, the creation of the nuclear fuel cells, the creation of the micronuclear energy reactor itself, and then there was a space, and then there was one other transportation, no, rocket fuel for rocket engines. So they've got 5 different ways they're looking at this new technology being implemented into our society that will change 5 sectors of our society, creating jobs. Creating jobs. See, this is the thing people don't understand. Oh, robots are going to take our jobs. That is interesting thinking. They thought that when the assembly line came along. We still have auto workers. They thought that when the Industrial Revolution came on, and we still have people working in the cotton mills. Yeah, they're not picking cotton, but there's still people working in the cotton mills, and still scientists out there trying to perfect blue cotton. Yeah, do the research. There's actually one scientist out there trying to make the pigment of the white cotton come out color blue, so that way your jeans will be cheaper because they won't have to be dyed blue. And he actually had some success. It didn't take over a mass. I don't know why. It might have had something to do with what happens to the soil by the use of that plant that he came up with about 10 to 15 years ago. I read that story. So there are new technologies that are going to be coming out that nanonuclear is leading the way right off the bat with 5 companies, new companies for never before done business, which will all need to hire people, not robots. They will have robots because you obviously are going to need robots working with the actual nuclear stuff itself. You're not going to have a human out there grabbing a nuclear rod and sticking it in and dying 3 years later of cancer. So they are going to be using robots, but someone's got to be there to make sure the shit's running right. Someone's got to be there to make sure the trucks are running right. Someone's got to be there, security, because it's a national security issue if you have nuclear stuff going on and all this stuff. And you can say, yeah, robots. Yeah. And then robots will build the robots that'll build the robots. But eventually, somewhere when that starts, a human was needed. And we're not actually even close to the phase of having robots that repair robots, because we don't even have computers that can fix themselves. So how are we going to have robots that can fix robots? That's about 40, 50 years out. We'll probably half of us already be dead before that comes out. So don't get yourself too excited about job losses without new jobs being created. And if you're worried about robots, I did a story already. China's EV car company, BYU, don't quote me on that, one of their largest ones, bought a whole fleet of robots for their assembly line for their cars as they claimed bankruptcy. So what's going to happen there is they're going to claim bankruptcy. They're going to have to sell everything. But the great thing is, see, this is how you cheat economics on a world scale. If our American car companies are working with the car industry for which China is part of, and China knows they're going down, well, then China companies buy these robots. They go out of business. They don't have to pay the loans back. They sell them pennies on the dollar. The other companies pick those things up, and boom, we have a revolution in the car industry, and cars get cheaper. And yes, people have to install those robots and maintain those robots. So the assembly line worker will lose his job. He will now be a technician, not an assembly line worker. Work's still going to be out there. New jobs are going to come out there. We're going to have a space industry. Nuclear energy, nanonuclear energy is starting a company for exploring space applications. Well, who's going to build all that stuff? Robots? No, humans. It's just they don't have those jobs now because that industry doesn't exist. Technological revolution builds new industries here in America that affect our economy. We're changing from outsourcing to insourcing at a time in history when the greatest of technological advances are happening, and it's all going to be created here in America. No, those jobs are not here, so we cannot see those jobs. So we presume that we're going to lose all of our jobs, and we're just going to be sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Oh, we lost all our jobs. No, we didn't. It's never happened in the past. It'll never happen in the future. But this whole thing was about nanonuclear energy. That is correct, Gerald. Nanonuclear. What's up, JM? It was about, oh yeah, CBC, and definitely get that one. I was posting that on Ninja Show today. Yeah, I'm going to end this right now. I just wanted to bring you this story. Just came out about nanonuclear energy, the microreactor company that's coming out and being fast-tracked by the United States government. When has that ever happened before? When the United States regulatory agencies try to stop an industry for 50 years by regulating the hell out of it, then all of a sudden hop on board to fast track, that means things have changed. And you should look at that industry. That industry is filled with nanonuclear energy. This is not financial advice. This is just what's happening in our world today. Take a look at it. See if you think it's a good thing, bad thing, or indifferent. What's up, Knackers? Actually, I'm fixing to end it. Sorry, Knackers. We're coming to the downhill side. But take a look at nanonuclear energy. Do your due diligence. Rewatch this video. See the 5 sectors of new businesses that are never been created before in history that are being created in America. 5 new styles of business that have never existed on this planet before are being created. Now, if you want world leaders are known to be creators and innovators. Welcome to America. God bless you and have a great day. I hope you enjoy everything. In stream.